What's going on, everybody? Rachel West here, this time with Rick Stroud and Joey Knight, both of our Bucs beat writers. And we're here to break down all the Super Bowl madness, the post-game celebrations, the boat parade, all that good stuff. But Rick, I want to go to you first, and I want to talk a little bit about just, obviously, it's been a minute since 2003 and the last time this team won the Super Bowl. So it means a lot to the team and all the players, of course, but it also means a ton to the city, right?
Yeah, you could see by the turnout. It was almost Gasparilla, like there were so many people lining the waterways with that boat parade, and the fun that the guys had, I think, transferred over. If I was the Lombardi Trophy and I could interview it, what a day he had, right? Because getting passed around as he was, and then taken for a ride on Devin White's horse. This has been a number of days of celebration, and I think after 13 years of not making the playoffs, 18 years between championships, it was overdue, and the people really did come out, and you could see how much joy that they were brought.
Yeah, it really was an awesome celebration yesterday. And Joey, you were right in the thick of it. You're our new viral sensation here with your video of Tom Brady blowing up, getting picked up by all the different outlets. So how did that all come about, and what was that whole experience? And once they got off the boats, like when you were out there with them?
I guess I just happened to be standing at the right place, and that's the craziness of Twitter, right? We saw where the players and the teams in their parties, their vessels were deboarding, and I saw Tom Brady get off his $2 million cobalt blue boat that he recently purchased, and he looked fine, obviously, when he got off the boat, and I don't know how he looked during the parade. Rick was on the water with other media members. He could speak more to that. But he looked fine getting off the boat. And so I walked over to the gate where I knew he would enter for the post-parade media session, where stages were set up and where the players and the team officials and coaches would address the small audience. So I positioned myself right there at the gate, and lo and behold, somebody has to carry Tom Brady in because he looks like he's losing his sea legs or whatever you want to speculate he was feeling. And 25 million people have speculated, but yes, that little clip went viral, and a few steps more down the road, somebody handed him the Lombardi Trophy, and he was hoisting it, and that was kind of the last we saw of Tom Brady for the afternoon. But just that little moment in time, I'm not sure who it was that was kind of holding him up, but somebody was holding him up and propping him up as he came through the gates, and I just happened to be standing there.
Yeah, that was Ryan Griffin, the number 3 quarterback, doing his job, I guess, as a literal backup in that case.
Good that Brady's always got someone looking out for him. And it was great. I think we all got to see the human side of Tom Brady for once, one for a very rare occasion. And I also thought the way he handled it with his whole avocado tequila comment, I thought that was great too.
I thought that was perfect. Self-deprecating. I just thought that was perfect. Kind of endeared himself more to the population in general, in my opinion.
Exactly. His PR person probably needs a pay raise after that one. But anyway, so this season obviously has been great for the team. But now looking forward to next season and the off season and going into free agency here. Joey, I'll start with you. Who are some of the guys that the team is hoping to get back and kind of keep as much of the band together as possible?
Well, you're right. They want to keep as much of the band together as possible. How practical that is, who knows? We're still not even sure what the salary cap figure is going to be. Speculation is around 180 to 185 million. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, Chris Godwin, the receiver. Obviously, those are 2 really big priorities. Levante David, just the stalwart at inside linebacker, the veteran. Those are probably the top 3. Ryan Suckup, the kicker, who finally brought stability to a position that lacked it for years. They're not going to let him get out of the building. So I would say those are probably the 4 biggest priorities. Rob Gronkowski has stated he wants to come back. I think they'll do everything they can to make that happen. He's not going to play for anybody else except with Tom Brady. I think that's fair to surmise. Leonard Fournette, not sure. He may have priced himself out of the market with his strong postseason. He was on a 1-year deal. He may go play elsewhere. Antonio Brown, unless he signs another bare bones 1-year contract like he did this year, that's probably iffy. But those first 5 I mentioned, I think they're going to do everything they can to get those guys back.
And Rick, what do you got for us?
Well, Joey covered it pretty well. I would just say that, you know, the answer to every question you've asked me this year was Tom Brady, and that will be the case with free agency. Who does he want back? And also, what players around the league now will come to Tampa Bay, maybe take less money because they want to be part of a chance to win a Super Bowl? I think, you know, they saw what happened with Leonard Fournette and some of the other guys that joined this team, Antonio Brown, and they sort of, you know, rehabilitated their careers, but more importantly, they're going to have a ring on their finger. So don't underestimate what that will do, both in retaining their own free agents to try to keep the band together, and also add some pieces if they lose somebody.
Right. Well, one way or another, the team will surely be competitive again as long as Tom Brady's there. So Bucs fans will be looking forward to next season, trying to repeat. Until then, guys, make sure you're keeping up with both Rick and Joey on Twitter for all your off-season updates. And as always, be sure that you're going to tampabay.com for all of their great stories. And we'll see you here next year.